Hi everyone, this is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamelin, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless collective love reading. This is for any sign and any sign that you may be thinking of today. I'm going to ask Spirit what is going on around you, what is coming towards you, anything about maybe a connection that you may be in that you need some evidence for or you want some guidance with. I do have some charms and I have some initials, so we will be using those as well. I know you guys enjoy those. If you are new to my channel, welcome. This is a fully channeled message, so I will be conversing with my spirit guides. You will, if you're wondering who I'm talking to, that is what's going on. And welcome back, everybody. I'm so grateful always that you're here. So let's see what our cards say today and what they have for you. And take with you what connects to you, leave the rest for everybody else. Spirit, I call upon you for some loving messages. What is it that you have for us today? What is it that you need us to know? What is it that you want us to hear? I am listening for you now. So let's see what our cards are saying. Start with a couple of energy cards. What's the energy around this connection? Purpose. I know what I am here to do. I mean, people are brought into our life for a reason, especially if it's a soul contract, twin flames, soulmates. There's always this mission that Spirit has us on that we need to complete in this lifetime, that we have decided upon before we got here, that this is the reason for our meeting. This is the reason that we are going to be together. So sometimes it's revealed to us very easily. We get married, we have kids, we're here to raise kids together. And other times it's something that is like bigger than both of us, you know, nonprofit organization that we start to help the world, you know. It could be anything, but sometimes it's something that only the two of us could do together. I have trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. That's a good one. I trust my inner voice. That is a good one because we talk about listening to your inner voice. Trusting your inner voice is really a good one today because, I mean, you can call it your intuition, but inner voice, I feel like sometimes we feel more connected to. We understand what that means a little bit easier. But it is a sense of I'm going to listen and trust. I love that. Spirit, can I have one more of these? And I have pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. So nothing wrong with loving yourself, right? We want to love ourselves first. We want to take good care of ourselves. I don't know. It was just a feeling of not settling, but it was even deeper than that. It was like, you know, somebody or something that's way beneath us, beneath our dignity and our values for sure. So that was something that spirits, you know, like be aware of, you know, something that's just totally beneath you, you know, and you're like, I'm not having anything to do with this. This is not in my wheelhouse. It's not in my spiritual house. And it's only going to drag me down. So I have these gorgeous cards, the Fantastic Menagerie from Bawa Studios. I haven't used them for a long time because they're really big. They're very oversized, but they're gorgeous. And I thought that I'd pull them out. So that's why I'm shuffling very slowly because they're just gargantuan. So let's go very slow. They are worth it. And we'll pick a couple of these guys to get started. Okay. So I have a 4 swords. Look at this beautiful. They have like a shimmer to them too. So here's my 4 swords. 4 swords. I have a Fool. Look how gorgeous that is. A Fool. I have a Queen of Cups. Look at her. She's so elegant. She's so confident. I love myself first. Look at me. And I have a 6 of Wands. Okay, so the first thing that's coming into me is, I mean, I love the Queen of Cups in this kind of spread because she's just so strong in her conviction, they're saying. She's so strong in her inner knowing. She's so strong in what it is that she's looking for. She does love herself. She is, you know, it really is kind of a look at me. You know, I've achieved so many things. I can play this harp thing. I can write, you know, I can read. I mean, I don't know what century she's from. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I apologize. There was a gardener on the other side of my window with a weed whacker. I'm like, okay, that's not going to work. So I had to pause for a few minutes while they're taking care of the landscaping, I guess. Always something. Yeah, this queen is confident. She's definitely knows who she is. She knows what she wants. I had a chance to look at this 4 of Swords while I was waiting on pause. And in the background is this fortress, is what jumped out at me. It was like, look at this fortress, but they're on the outside of the fortress. So they're not locked in the fortress. You know, I'm on the outside. You know, I'm stepping out of my comfort zone. I'm stepping out of the box. I'm hanging out with, you know, a friend. Maybe I'm talking to people about my feelings. Maybe I'm not afraid to hold back, something like that. But I do feel like even if I have given it some time and rest, I'm not in that fortress anymore, which I think is important. The Fool and the 6 of Wands is coming into me as definitely a new connection, relatively new. And this person is thinking about capturing you. This person is thinking about, I want to win your heart. I mean, 6 of Wands is success. It's everybody's cheering them on. It's a celebration. It's the parade. Okay. It's the head of the parade, you know, walking through. And I feel like this person is, you know, heading into the 6 of Wands. It's always a sense of, how do I get there? So I've got to do the work. I've got to, you know, I've got to follow the path. I've got to invest in time. I've got to get this journey started, Spirit just said. So you've got somebody, I want to say ready to start. Maybe it's somebody that you have been waiting for a call. You have been hoping that they would reach out. You hoping that you'd hear from them again. It could be as simple as that. I'm going to get a couple more of these cards because they're so pretty, and I haven't used them in so long, and I forgot how pretty they are, and they're really, really nice to read with. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. I have an 8 of Swords. I have an Ace of Cups. Look at this little guy coming out of that egg. How cool. And I have a King of Swords. Okay, so they're saying that they're coming on strong. Okay, they're coming on strong. They have either feelings for you right out of the gate. They have feelings for you right away. Definitely, you know, the sense of beginning, being born. I feel like they are not going to hold back. All right. So this isn't somebody playing games. This isn't somebody that doesn't know what they want. If anything, it was a feeling of they may have to talk you into, how do I break through? How do I convince you that I'm the one? And I'm not playing games, and I am serious. And it is something that I'm looking forward to. So I feel like they're coming on strong, and you could be not used to that outside of somebody just being a total seductive energy or a love bomber. But I feel that it's somebody legit and somebody that, you know, they just are, I don't want to use the word forceful. That sounded, how about, they're pursuing you is really what I'm feeling. I feel like they know that you have a lot to offer. You look at this. I don't know if it's a bird. What it is it? She's feeding the little baby birds, you know. So it came into me as this kind of generous person. And it could be that you have children, you've been taking care of your children, you raise your children, you could be a single mother, single father, but it's a sense of they respect that. They respect all the hard work, or they respect this that you've got this all together. All these kids are doing great, or that you know what, they know that that's your priority, you know, they know that that's part of the picture. So there's something going on with me with those little chickadees. So some of you may have children to consider in this connection. You may be thinking, you know, I can't do anything, you know, without taking them into consideration. Spirit, please share with me, what is it that you have for us today? Beautiful cards. Fast progress, definitely. Move forward with swift precision and do what must be done. I feel like this person is, the example I would give this king is, if I had to make a change in my life, I would. If I have to sell my house to move closer to you, I would, to live with you, something like that. If I had to relocate, if I had to commute further, I would. If I had to, I don't think it's a third party situation, and I'm not attaching you to anybody else. So it feels more like logistics. If I have to travel an hour, you know, to see you each way, I would. So I feel like this person is willing to do the work. That feels good. And they're not delaying things, Spirit just said. Scales of balance, seeking equilibrium in love and career, harmonizing the scale. Maybe they see you as their, you know, the person that balances them, that we're equals. I mean, I think that that's really, really important in most of these relationships, is that you see each other as equals, that they respect that you're independent, that they respect that you're out there working just as hard as they are. It's not a matter of money, Spirit's saying. It's effort and time, and you're doing the best that you can, and you're doing all that you can, because there's always going to be somebody that makes a little bit more money or a lot more money. And so it has nothing to do with like how much, but it's what are we bringing into this relationship, our time, our effort. What do we have to offer this relationship? Stability, finances. So I feel like there's a sense of, okay, maybe somebody over here makes a little bit more money, but somebody over here helps with more with, they get home late from work. So this person starts dinner every night, you know, and gets that going, because it's like they're not even home yet. So, you know, you kind of jump in and do whatever you have to do. But I feel like it's the first time somebody is finding somebody who's willing to put in that other half, and they see you as that divine timing. I love it. Be patient. Some of the things take time to manifest, but divine timing also can be in the now, right? Divine timing is now. So it's a sense of, we wait and we wait and wait for divine timing. At some point it shows up, right? At some point it appears, it's here. How do you want to say it? But at some point we meet this person, and this person says, I want to move things forward. I want to be with you. I'm going to go out of my way to be with you. I have heart's desire, singing along to your heart's song, for it knows what you truly want. Listening to that inner voice, they said earlier, that would be your heart's desire. You know, sometimes we have to be careful with follow your heart, because we don't think, you know, when we're in love, and we struggle with, you know, making some choices that maybe we're a little too soon, or I don't know, we were just all caught up in the emotions. But they are saying, listen to your inner voice. Your inner voice has the answer. So that's definitely for sure. Let's see what this says. I have a Chariot. Beautiful. This is a new deck for me. So the first time using it, you guys are breaking in a new deck. That's nice. I have a Five of Cups. Five of Cups. I have a Lover's card. Thank you, Spirit. And I have a Judgment. So I feel like I really want to try. It came into me as I want to try again, not try again with you, but I want to try again for a better relationship this time. I want to try again for what other people maybe have. Okay. I want to be a better judge of character. I want to find my soulmate. I want to, if I find my soulmate, I want to move forward. The Five of Cups is coming into me as I'm trying to be optimistic and leave the past behind me. I'm trying to focus on the two cups that are standing, and I'm kind of shying away from, the spilt cups, spilt glasses of wine in the past or whatever this is. So I think I'm working really hard at not letting my past lead in this connection. I feel like I'm putting my energy into, I feel something. I feel like it's real. I am enjoying this person. I like this person's persistence. I like this person's, maybe we like the speed. Some of you may like that this person's kind of moving a little bit fast and isn't afraid to say what they want to say or go out of their way to be with you. At the same time, I feel like you're really working hard at, I'm really trying to not let my past interfere with what's right in front of me. And I feel like that's a really good place to be for you right now. So keep that in mind. Try to stay right there in the moment. I have a Magician. Yeah, this person stands out. Okay. There's something about this connection that this person isn't like all the others, everybody else was a square and, here's this beautiful star or something. But I just feel that this person is, they're saying bells and whistles. Okay. I mean, I guess if that's, if that's how you think, like there's lots of bells and whistles here. There's lots of excitement. There's, I don't know, they do it for you, something like that, whatever it is. Wheel of Fortune. Wow, you got some big cards. Yeah, I'm going to say that it's a soulmate connection for sure. I would say that we've waited for it. And I would say that this soulmate isn't afraid to move forward. They're not going to be an avoidant. They're not going to be somebody who pulls away. They're falling in love is how it came into me. I have a Six of Pentacles. Again, that sense of balance with the scale. I have finally found somebody who I feel is my equal, and that's really, really important to me. I have a King of Swords again, also at the bottom of my deck, and a Fool. So, we're getting a lot of the same cards because you guys, for those of you that watch me, you know that I like to read with multiple decks because oftentimes I'll get the same cards in two different spreads because I feel like it's Spirit's way of making sure that I'm delivering the message that they want. So here's the Fool and the King of Swords again, letting us know that this person is not afraid to travel this journey. They are not, what did they say? I'm ready to start this journey. And I feel like now that I know that there's something more here, I'm not going to hold back. All we talk about is the person who holds back. This is the opposite. It's the no holding back. It's the person who finally doesn't delay things or pause things or question things, something like that. I feel like I want to say yay. I feel like, woohoo, woohoo, right? All right, let's get some initials. And this little bowl has some fun stuff in it. And I haven't used this for a while. It's got some words and it's got some initials also. So we're going to do both. But the words, oftentimes I can get a little sentence or like a little part of a sentence. So I'm going to use these, but they do take me a couple minutes to piece it together because it's like weird words and, I have to kind of figure it out. But let's get a handful of these and get the initials and see if anything jumps out with me for some kind of sentence that might make sense to you guys. All right, so the letters, let's go with the letters. I have a W today. I have an N. I have an O. I have an I. And I have the letter G. So we don't have as many letters or initials as we normally do, but that's okay. All right. Let me try to see what this is. Okay. Hold on, hold on. Okay, hold on, hold on. Okay, so I have a few sentences that I want to go over with you. The first one was the beginning. It sounds like a sentence that says the hate at. And it's more of a feeling of when I said that you are putting all your energy into moving forward and you don't want to bring the past into this relationship, you could have very hurtful thoughts of somebody. I don't want to say the word hatred, but I could have bitterness, resentment. I hated how this person treated me. I don't hate the person, but I didn't deserve it. I hated what they did. So it could be something like that. Okay, so we're just going to put that over there. I have soft black legs. So I could have dark skin. I could have beautiful, smooth skin. And maybe that's something they love about you. Maybe it's, I love your legs. I mean, maybe you have really sexy legs, and that's something that people or somebody notices about you or have always complimented you. You're one of those lucky ones that has sexy legs. So I love your legs. That's nice. This sense of sexy legs. It says be with our is the next one. And when I had that table with the little chickadees, somebody has children. So we have to be with our children. We have to spend time together, and then we're going to have to be with our children on either side. So I feel like that's a big part of this connection, that somebody is bringing to this connection that they already have children, and that are our children, some kind of collective new family is going to be a priority. And that's something that, we talk about a lot. So that feels good. I have, it just says too big, and a little bit of the person who is a oversized person, not fat, but they could be tall. They could be just a large person. Okay. They could be 6'3", 6'2". They could wear extra, extra large. Okay. They could be just a tall person. Are they too big? Not necessarily. They could be a gentle giant inside, but I feel like it's Spirit's way of saying that this person is on the bigger side, kind of like, everything. Their hands would be big, their feet would be big. So it feels like more about their physique. Okay, so that's something. And this one says she came here, and the word here. And I felt when I did that more along the lines of, you've come into this person's life to listen. You've come into this person's life because they can share things with you that they haven't shared with anybody else. And they feel really comfortable and confident about that. And you listen and you hear them and you acknowledge it. And that's something that makes them feel worthy, Spirit just said. So you make them feel special about themselves. You make them want to share more and more, they're saying, because you care and you're listening. So I thought that was beautiful. So let me know if you like these little sentences. I haven't done these in a little while because I think I have to work hard to do them. Not that I don't mind working hard, but I'm like, oh, please, please, please give me something, good. But those worked out good. Sometimes they're better. Sometimes they're better than others, but those in particular were good today. So I will thank Spirit for those. Okay, I got to push myself. All right, let's see what else they have for you today. Spirit, what is it that you need me to know? What's important about this connection? Let's go into these little guys for a second. I like these little guys. I'm going to actually zoom in on these guys also. So Spirit, please share with me, what is it that you have? These are just, they're miniature cards. That's why I want to zoom in. So let's see what they're saying. I have the element of earth. Okay, an earth element, practical. Dependable, definitely. Grounded. Okay, so this would be in reverse. The unlikely, things are stuck. Okay, so practical, dependable, possibly an earth sign. Okay, possibly for some of you, an earth sign. You could be an earth sign. And I do feel dependable. I think a King of Swords is definitely dependable. I think that's somebody who, thinks things through and plans ahead and talks things through. I have a healer, and this is my Virgo energy. So somebody connected to wellness, somebody medical field, doctor, counseling, they're saying, like psychology. Okay, nurses, EMT, somebody that could be connected to the medical hospital fields, went to medical school possibly. I have an Aries. Okay, so an Aries, the Emperor, protective, action-orientated, action. Definitely this person is ready to start and they're coming on strong. Right. And then Spirit had said about the divine timing, and, divine timing shows up. So definitely action. And I also feel on a bigger kind of spiritual basis, I feel like I want to say like the universe is in motion, like you feel like, I don't know, the universe is in motion. It was more of a, you say, oh, this connection, shook my world, shakes my world, something like that. But it was definitely the universe shift in the universe. But I'm going to say they shake your world. I feel like they probably turn your world upside down in a good way, that your life is about to change. I could say it that way as well. And I have, what is this? This is my Capricorn. This might be my Capricorn energy. The builder. It looks like a Capricorn energy. The builder, determined, steady, focused. Definitely. I want to build something. I think you've got somebody coming into this energy that wants to be in a relationship, you know, just as ready either to be in this relationship. They're saying doesn't want to give up on you. Okay, I'm not sure. Maybe you are saying, I'm not sure. Maybe you have struggled a little bit with just give me time. I'm not there yet. Something like that. I have a party, meeting at a party, a celebration, being together for New Year's Eve. That feels good. I have a wedding. Are we getting married? Is this the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with? Maybe this person's thinking, I just met my soulmate. I just met the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. So I'm ready is how I feel. I want to make sure that this isn't a player. That could be you. Like, I'm just not there yet. Give me time. I just want to make sure you're coming on strong. I want to make sure that it doesn't, you know, fizzle out in 2 weeks from now. You know, the first 2 weeks were great. And then, you know, what happened to month 1, you know, month 2, month 3, liquid courage. Okay. This person makes you nervous somehow, or a situation makes you nervous. Could be a date. It could be a big party with they know everybody, but you know no one. So maybe you get a drink in your hand and you say, okay, now I feel a little more comfortable. I feel a little more confident. So that, you know, it could be just a situation. They're saying situational. And let's get a couple more of these. I have romantic feelings. I'm falling in love with you. I'm happy when I'm with you. It's fun. It's exciting. I didn't think I'd feel this way. You know, all of the things that happen. I have a ghosted. Yeah, the player in the background too. They come on strong. They're seductive. They're charming. They're good looking. You think, oh man, this is the one. And, you know, it's, you know, one and done, you know, and you know, you don't ever see them again. So it's just this feeling of I just can't go there. So you could be just making sure that this person is real. And I don't blame you. Yeah, relationship at the bottom of my deck. I want a real relationship, and here's a date. So if this person keeps, you know, I want to see you again, that's usually a clue. If somebody takes you out and before the end of the night or at the end of the night or like immediately after, they text you, they call you, they even say it that night when, you know, we're saying goodbye, and then they immediately get ready. They're already thinking about, when can I see you again? You know, is tomorrow too soon? Spirit just said. So they're already thinking, I don't want this date to end, and I want to see you again immediately. That is the person who's real. Okay, that is the person. The other person would say, okay, well, this was nice. I'll, you know, give you a call sometime. I'll give you a call soon. You know, it's kind of this open-ended, you know, who knows, right? But the person who immediately says, you know what, this was really fun, and I know that you want us to do something on, you know, takes you out on Friday night and they want to do something on Sunday with you. Like, let's do something Sunday day, you know, and have a date day. Yeah, that person's pretty serious. You know, they want to see you right away. They don't want the night to end, is how it feels. Yeah, you know, the date that never ends. I don't want this night to end. Yeah, that's nice. You know, sometimes it's romantic, you know, and a date goes on and on like that. We just can't stop talking. All right, let's get some charms. I have this beautiful bowl, this leaf bowl, and it kind of matches my display today, doesn't it? It has all the same colors. I have all this fun stuff. You won't believe. My husband comes into my reading room. He's like, what is all this stuff? I'm like, get out of here. This is not your space. It's my space. All right. I got all this fun stuff. It's good stuff. All right. Here is a big scoop. Let's see what your charms are saying today. All right, I'm going to go with this flower. It's coming into me as a golden flower for some reason. A little bit of you struck gold. Okay, a little bit of, I also want to say like a golden boy. Like this person could be in their mother's eye, you know, like the perfect child. They could have sisters and it's the only son. And they're like the golden son, you know, they're like the sisters make fun of them because, oh yeah, you get away with everything because you're, you know, you're special, you're spoiled. So that could be like a family joke. I have a strawberry that comes into me as came into me as a sweet surprise. So, I mean, are you going to get excited about, you know, somebody showing up with strawberries? No, but I think it's this person is, everything's romantic. It could be they take strawberries out of the refrigerator and they come over and they hand it to you and they want you to eat the strawberry, you know, and they're going to hold it. So it was sweet. I like that. Sweet surprises. I want sweet surprises. That feels good. All right. I have a turtle and it came into me as this will grow. And because it's a sea turtle and sea turtle babies are tiny, tiny, tiny. And there's like thousands of them and they kind of claw their way into the water. And then they turn into these gargantuan sea turtles that are oversized and they grow to be like hundreds of years old. So it came into me as this will grow. So this little baby turtle is going to grow and grow. And for a long time, that felt nice. I liked that. I have a heart. Okay, I like that. I've got some letters. Let's get the letters. Let's see. I have a letter E. Okay. This looks like a letter P. Okay. Letter P. This looks like the letter J. J. I have an N. And I have a Q. Okay, so we got some additional letters. We didn't have that many letters on the other charms, so that kind of gives us a handful more. So maybe those help somebody. Here's an L. Okay. I have a Cinderella's carriage. So I definitely feel that way. Whether we say sweeping you off your feet, I feel like this is a fairy tale. I feel like Cinderella. I just feel like, you know, a dream come true. I think all of those things are going to cross your mind. It has a lot of different colors, but how it came into me was my family could have a lot of different colors. Okay. It could be multiracial. It could be multicultural. It could be my mother was Black, my father's white. You know, it felt like race doesn't matter because of how we were raised and who our parents were. So that could be connecting to somebody. I have a butterfly. So there's my transition. This is another flower. I have a daisy, spring daisies. My cat's named Daisy. I have spring daisies. They're saying, I will bring you flowers. You know that song, I will bring you flowers? So that came in. I have the grapes. I'm going to put that up here with the strawberries. Like I said, it's a little bit more of a, you know, taking the grapes and feeding you the grapes one at a time, you know, just trying to be romantic, I guess. And I have a key to my heart, also a key to my home, maybe buying a new home together. I do have November being important. Maybe somebody's born in November. So that could be a birthday month. We're in November. Maybe this is happening now. I have a whale's tail. That came into me as I have a big story to tell you. I have a big story. I feel like this person, they were big, right? They were kind of oversized, but I feel like they have one of those careers where kind of funny things happen to them in their day. Like they come across a lot of people, or there's this kind of like a lot of weird activity around them. And it came into me as, oh, I got a story for you. You're not going to believe this one, you know? And like every story is like, you got to be kidding me, you know? So I feel like this person just has this kind of interesting life or activity around them. But I liked the sense of, oh, I got a big story to tell you. So something, they're probably a good storyteller, and they probably, you know, make it funny. I have a snowflake. I see you as unique. You're one of a kind. I always like that. I have a bunny. Okay, so that came into me as a little bit of sexy. And I have a little cat. So it looks like a little pink cat. So I'm going to say a little girl cat. So maybe somebody has a little girl cat. So I'm going to put these up so you can see them a little bit closer. So those are your charms for today. And let's just get a couple more messages and see what, anything you want me to know, Spirit, about this connection. And then we'll do some love messages. So remember to hit that like button, hit the notification bell if you want to get my uploads when they come, so that you know when I'm going as a, when I'm going live or as a premiere, so you can get notice of them. Stuck, I've been stuck. Maybe this person pulls you out of something. Self-love, I've just been working on myself. That's okay. I went through a separation. Okay, maybe I had some healing to do. And now I'm going to celebrate. I have a celebration. I feel like I want this connection. I have winter time at the bottom of my deck. So I do feel messages from Spirit. Thank you. So these are messages from Spirit. I love that. I do feel like we have a celebration. I'm going to, you know, this connection rocks your world. Okay. And it's a sense of, does it turn my life upside down? Maybe, but it feels good. It feels good. It feels like this person kind of came in out of nowhere, or this person, you know, just is pursuing you for you know, pretty seriously. I wouldn't say no to this. Spirit, please share with me loving messages. What is it that you have for us today? I feel butterflies when I see you. Yeah, there was a little bit of that nervousness, and we needed that liquid courage. It could be just the first couple of dates, and maybe you're not even a nervous person, and maybe that's a sign or a clue. Listen to your body. You know, if your body's nervous and you're never nervous, why are you nervous? Because you're excited, you don't want to make a mistake, you really want it to work, you want them to like you, you know. So listen to your body's reaction as well. I think that's important. You consume my mind. I want you to try and understand me. I think that this person loves that you listen to them and that you validate them, or that you were making them feel worthy. I think that is important, and I think they see that in you. I'm speechless because I honestly don't know what to say. How about you're the best thing that ever happened to me? How about I just can't believe that this is happening? I can't believe it. I feel like I say that 1,000 times. My mind is telling me no, my heart is telling me yes. And it could be that we're going fast. It could be that it's just unfolding very quickly. We are telling each other's our feelings very, very fast. I really feel like I can't wrap my head around, I can't believe this is happening. I want to walk into the sunset with you. I want to grow old with you. I want to be that big old sea turtle that, you know, grows and grows and grows forever. I think it's beautiful. Bottom of my deck. I will be calling you soon. I love that. You guys know I love soon. That's like one of my favorite words. I will be calling you soon. I love it. Let's put it out into the universe. Let's ask Spirit to guide you now. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. I want to thank you for being here as always. If you're new to this channel, please remember to hit that like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, comment below, claim it, own it, it's yours. If anyone would like to book a private reading with me, please go to my website, kathymamolinspsychicmedium.com. Check out my other 2 channels, else I'm uploading on those. The links are in the description. I have a pick a card channel and I have a Twin Flame Soulmate channel as well. So you may be interested in those readings. I loved your energy today. I loved the messages from Spirit, and I'm grateful for you being here as always. And we will see you again real soon.